Turn it up. You're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord, Nelson, that is.
You made me part of your study, then wonder why I'm so bloody, why I'm so slutty, why I'm so broken and doing all the unspoken, doing this for the money, doing that cause it's fun, being in for the token, and I don't like I'm becoming what I hate and been running from ever since I was little. Everything was so simple when I didn't see wrinkles and everything was so sunny. Made me part of your study, then wonder why I'm so bloody. When I was laughing and saying that I was doing this shit, done with the play, and you said I wouldn't be missed. Well, I'm feeling
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know who it is. It's the big guy with the big show. Yes, indeed. The Lord Nelson, that is. Yes, from the podcast Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS network with Five Royals Entertainment. And ladies and gentlemen, you see this young man right here, one of the great ones. I'm going to big him up all through this entire conversation. But before I do that, I like to read off a little something about him that I wrote as I once again went back and listened to his catalog. And just peep me out here for a second, if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about great frontmen, my next guest is the epitome of one. This young man's band has pleasured the minds, bodies, souls, eyes, and ears of the masses consistently for 20 plus years. And they continue to deliver that exceptional sound that entertains you over and over and over and over again. Yes, indeed. Their music has definite replay value, and their energy and showmanship is second to none. I am honored to have him on my show, and I'm looking forward to having a great conversation with this frontman extraordinaire. So without further ado, I bring to you the amazing Elias Soriano for Nonpoint. Yeah. What's going on, bro?
Thank you, the Lord Nelson, that is.
I love it, man. Hey, listen, a quick thing. When I was with Stuck Mojo, man, I don't know what happened, but we were supposed to tour with you guys. I was disappointed that it didn't go down, but it's the business. It's what it is. But I was so looking forward that happened. It didn't happen, but hey, we're here now. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So first question, my brother, is where are you from?
I was raised in South Florida. Mm-hmm. I was originally born in Passaic, New Jersey, but I'm a Florida boy, South Florida. Raised, went to school there throughout all of my schooling, from elementary school all the way through college. Florida's my stomping grounds. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Big ups to the 954-305.
Yes, indeed. So what's the best thing about being from Fort Lauderdale?
It's the best part is you get that big city feeling, but with that Caribbean atmosphere. You got the Cuban, the Puerto Rican, the Dominican, the Haitian, the Jamaican, the Bahamians. They make up a majority of the population down there. So a lot of spice down there. It's good, and good music, great festivals. You got the Puerto Rican Festival in Orlando. You got the Goombay Festival down in South Florida.
Yes.
So a lot of Caribbean festivals. And you got Calle Ocho.
Right.
It's a cultural melting pot. Right. So it's like New York if you were to drop it right in the middle of the Caribbean.
I got you. I was going to say that true melting pot, most definitely.
Indeed.
So here's the thing. What was a young Elias like as a teenager?
High top fades. I had I had the Z Cavaricis on. I went to Chess King and merry-go-round to get fitted. Had silk shirts. I listened to Shy. I listened to Boys to Men. I was MC Shy D in Atlanta. I grew up on I was a hip hop kid.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed, I was riding in lowrider Trans Am with the boys, lowrider Mazda trucks, little small body trucks dropped, cruising the A1A in Fort Lauderdale, going up and down, pissing off cops because, they see you circle around too many times. Like, hey, you need to park or you need to go home, man. You can't just be driving up playing your music loud. So that was South Florida.
Listen, awesome, man. This man said Shy D. This man said merry-go-round and chest. Listen, I know all of that very well.
You know it, yes.
Yes, indeed. That's awesome, man. You took me back, man. You time machined me, man. That's awesome.
I like to do that.
Yes, indeed. So what music did your parents listen to, and how much did this influence or not influence your love for music?
Oh, it influenced me greatly. And my parents, it was Sundays and Saturdays cleaning the house, listening to, classic rock. So you had the Christopher Crosses, the Journeys, the Boston,
right.
And then pops and moms also listened to Earth, Wind and Fire, and the Commodores.
Oh my goodness.
The Beatles.
Yes.
It was a lot of Motown. Otis Redding.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the rock stuff, it was Beatles. It was Zepp. It was Pink Floyd was playing at the house. And then on Jazz Sundays we had Weather Report, Spyro Gyra. It was definitely a melting pot of music at the house too.
My guy, as I always say, I'm a military kid. I grew up around so many cultures, but my parents, the same thing, bro. And I've listened to everything. People always say that, my taste in music is everywhere, but that's what I know. So all of those bands and groups that you're mentioning I'm right there in line with you with everything you just said, which is crazy. That's why I knew this was going to be another great one, man. The energy was going to be amazing. I'm telling you, man, time machine again. And anytime on my Spotify playlist and stuff, I have all of that. I got country music, I got classical music, I've got every R&B, every rock thing. I just love it all.
Shout out to Chris Stapleton doing it right.
Man, awesome, man, awesome. So, what music genre or band was the end-all, be-all in your early years?
I would say it was probably R&B because I was big into the harmony groups, Shy, Boys Men,
right,
Troop, a lot of those young voices that were blending. Take Six was a massive.
Still right here, man.
So I was all about the voices, and and this was also time during when New Jack Swing was at its peak.
Yeah.
So you had your ABC, you had your Another Bad Creation, you had everybody that was in the Motown Philly style group, collaboration, everybody that basically Michael Bivins was signing at the time. That was ruling the airwaves because, back then, it was all about the ladies and love and dressing slick and wearing your silk shirts and laying down that vibe, and that was vibe back then. It was a good time.
100%, man. Listen, I'm so visual. I'm picturing all of that. It's just so right there, just playing in my mind as you're talking about it, man. That's crazy. So before Nonpoint, did you play in any other bands?
No, I did not.
This is the baby. This is the one.
This is the one and only.
And so when you speak about those other bands and listening to you over all these years and your vocals, you have amazing vocals, and you always have. And I want to say this to you. And I was watching the video, and I see you got Benji Webb in there dancing around and stuff. And so I did a show with Benji in Paris when I was with my other band, Lord Nelson featuring Lies. And I met Benji and I saw Benji perform. And I looked at Benji and it was like he took me to another level of artistry, of being a great front man. And I was just like, he's the best front man I've ever seen in my life. You know, I was just like, oh my gosh. And I would let him know, we talk. And I let him know, I was just like, Benji, man, you're that guy. But I want to say this to you. You're right there with him. I'm not saying that just because you're on the show. Your energy, the way that you command the crowd, the way that you do your thing is amazing also. So, you got like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and it's like they're both right there. It could be either one.
I will happily be Kobe. Hey.
No, I'm not saying, listen, I'm just saying.
Kobe.
No, I'm just saying to you that it's like you guys are right there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, listen, just amazing, man. And I appreciate you. And I just want you to know that being with you guys down there in North Charleston and, with Sean and Corey's my brother, no doubt. And just talking with you guys and from Richie and Jess on just all those conversations, man, because I've been in the house a little bit, man. I'm making my music, doing my thing with my band. But seeing that, I was so inspired by you guys and the energy that was out there. And I just want to thank you guys for that and just for showing me love. And I'm really a humble person. I don't like to, but my boy Keith Nettle was just like, yo, man, it's Elias, man. And I was just like, yeah, but, I want to give them their space, their freedom. I'm not that kind of person. But anyway, I just want to let you know that much love to you, just greatness, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. So thinking back to the beginning, can you remember the excitement you felt being in Nonpoint? And are you still just as excited to create with these amazing creatives you're with?
Yeah, I'm it's right now it's sort of on cruise control, man. We try not to overthink things too much.
Right.
That's one of the good parts about being independent. And we're trying to just put on the best show that we can put on right now.
Right.
And
right.
like really focused on that. We have good management. We got a great agent.
Yeah.
And it's, we really can't complain.
Yeah, you guys stay busy, man. And it's a beautiful thing to, over all these years to consistently do what you're doing. And, there's nothing like being on that stage, man. That's, through all the travel and everything that goes on, being on that stage is amazing. So
it is.
How difficult has it been replacing members, and how much has this influenced your sound, if at all, over the years?
Well, it always influences sounds because, with the switching of the guitar players that we've had, each one brings their own kind of style.
Right.
Not all of them will always fit, but they definitely painted a different picture on the band at that time. That's what music's for. Music's here to decorate time, and it's okay that those things happened when they happened, and we are where we are now.
Indeed, and it's an amazing still, as amazing as it ever was. So thanks. I'm going to ask you about the present members. So what do you feel each member of the present band brings to the table that has made Nonpoint so successful? And so I'll start off with you yourself. I want you to big up yourself for a moment. What is it about Elias that makes that's so great?
Well, I wouldn't say great. I think I'm my attention to detail, I think, and my overall vision, me knowing what I want, right, and knowing what we do well, and my ability to make sure that I'm considering everyone, right, when I'm making a decision or I'm bringing an idea. That's what I'm good at.
Okay. So what about the amazing Rob Rivera?
Rob is a good foundation member. Been here obviously from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And has seen it go from its infancy to where it is now. So he's a long hauler, and that's hard.
Indeed. All right. What about Rashid Thomas?
Rashid's his disposition is amazing. He's an outstanding showman, as is Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where everyone really pulls their weight, really.
Indeed.
And he's a beast with his hands.
Yeah.
That guy riff and has some of the best rhythm. And our blend, him and I together, our blend is hard to find. So his creative abilities are top notch.
Indeed. So what about Adam? How do you say Adam's last name? Willowson?
Willowson.
Sorry,
Adam. Yeah, Adam's the same. He's Adam is surgical at learning quickly and remembering things. When it comes to parts being memorized, new songs being tackled, Adam's normally the one that kind of gets it first and is able to play his part fastest and knows it fast. And then on top of that, he's our in-house Mr. Fix-It. He's always the one to help change the tire or figure out the smart way to get something done and get his hands dirty for the band. He's a solutions guy and a positive thinker. So it helps having somebody like that.
Indeed. Because I know I'm that person also. I'm definitely a positive thinker. So he's like that Swiss Army knife, man. So. Yeah, that's love. All right, and finally, Jason.
Jason is our newest member,
right?
And he brings a lot of energy and a lot of new ideas and new thinking into the band. He's also, again, one of those people that really can pick up and hit the ground running when it comes to learning new stuff.
Yeah.
He knows a library of fucking songs by heart, doing what he did prior to joining Nonpoint.
Right.
Willingness to jump in and take responsibility on parts and singing parts that he didn't even write or didn't even sing on the record, but
yes.
He knows that they need to get done in the live setting, and he jumps right in. So he's got a lot of pull my weight attitude, which is definitely what you need in this kind of business.
Awesome, man. What I want to say that, went back and watching, during the COVID time when you guys were doing your thing, and I watched the little documentary that you had, which was so interesting, and seeing the dynamics of the band and how you guys were doing things. I'm telling you, man, I was just so into it. I was just like, it was good and informative. And the way that you guys were just open about what was going on. I think that seeing that probably helped out more people than you would even imagine. So it was a good thing. It was a great watch. I think it wasn't just entertaining, it was educational also. And with you guys doing your thing. So I just want to thank you for that also, man. That was really, really good. And
and shout out to Francesca Ludicar. Francesca put that together and saw the vision of that. Yeah. Being necessary for our story and really put together a beautiful piece with that.
Really amazing. Yes, you did a great job. So is Nonpoint everything you thought it would be after so many productive years in the business?
I didn't have any expectations, to be honest with you.
Really?
And I can't think in a regretful way or an ungrateful.
Yeah.
And greener grass over there.
Right.
Or, who knows? It could have been worse.
Right.
In another situation or had it taken another path. So, I was, happy and proud to, 20 plus years into this, playing main stage at some of the biggest festivals,
yes, sir.
If not the festival this year with Rockville, and playing in front of that kind of crowd. There was a lot of gratitude. Out of gratitude.
Yes, and listen, I always say I'm thankful and grateful also, and I don't live my life with regrets. I
No.
always feel like it's just my journey, it's my story, and those are the
Yep.
things that happened in my life, and I learned from them. And if I did something bad or wrong, I don't want to make those same mistakes again. So I learned from them. You know, just like relationships, you know, being married, all these things, I call them a whip. They're a work in progress. So, you know, we just do what we do, man. So no, I applaud you on that, man. So how much do you feel you guys have grown over the years in terms of your writing and sound?
It changes with obviously you know, feeling and style of where we are creatively and emotionally. Definitely fuels and fans that flame. But I think we have survived as long as we've survived because there is a general Nonpoint sound, a general bounce,
right?
A show that can be expected when it comes to energy and attention to detail, and sweat equity, I guess.
Right.
So I think that's really what survived us, man, is the fact we're, you know, we know what we are, and even with member changes, there's always that constant.
And also a quick thing, your openness to listen to the other guys and their opinions and their, you know, their thoughts about what it should be, or, you know, you play this and you do this, and when we come together, you know, once again, just to form all of that comes together. You guys are open. You being that lead singer doing what you do, you know, and with Rob, you guys are like the founding members, you're the foundation of it, but, you know, you're listening to these other guys and they're, you know, what they bring to the table, which is a great thing, because a lot of times that's what makes the music greater, you know?
Well, we're all equal partners. You know, we share the we share the writing, we share everything. So more than my guys make. And it's just the way we've always been.
That saves so many problems. Me and my guy, Matt Acevedo, we're like that also. And believe me, I'm listening to you. I'm looking at your model, man. I'm paying attention because, you know, we're still busy doing our thing. But I just want you to know I appreciate you. And I'm very much listening also, even though this is a conversation, and it's been a great conversation so far. I'm trying to keep my cool right now. You know, the big guy inside, I'm flipping around, but it's all love. So let's talk about Heartless for a second. It's an amazing EP. And you, my brother, are next level with your vocals, I must say again. So I love the way that you ride the rhythm with the different styles so effortlessly. And so tell us about the band's writing process.
I like to let the guys write riffs that they want to write, let them get their music feeling how they want it to feel. And then, you know, I take it, if I feel something can move, I move it. And a lot of times it's unexpected, and it takes a lot of relearning by the guys with a lot of the arrangements that I have. But I'm trying to change things up and keep everyone thinking and guessing.
Right.
So I like to come out of areas that people don't expect. I like to lay down rhythms on top of rhythms that people don't really expect. You know, I definitely come from a hip hop world and a hip hop mind. So, you know, everything really comes at me more rhythmically than when it comes to notes. And then I'll dig into theory and make sure that things are at least sonically vibrating in the right way. You know, I don't want to rub too many notes the wrong way. And so I make sure that I do my diligence across a piano and with my vocal lines, to make sure that if I'm, you know, dropping into any diminished sections or stuff. I don't lose anybody, because at the end of the day, my goal is to gain a listener, and I want to for somebody to enjoy the art.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by gain a listener. I want some to find joy and some sort of connection with it, and so I care about that most, and I think the guys see that. So there's freedom where I get in that, the same way they get the freedom to write what they
yes, indeed. So once again, so goosebumps from that, right? Because like when, asking you about your background about music and the things you were listening to, and your parents listening to, and when you talk about that music, you talk about rhythm and all that, it's there so clearly with you. Once again, the way you ride that music, and I love that. Me being a writer, when I listen to music, anytime Matt sends me something, MMA as I call him, Magnificent Matt Acevedo, anytime he sends me music, that is just me. I just kind of start freestyling a little bit and just feeling that vibe. But I want something that's going to take me on a journey, and I want to ride that rhythm. It's just like it's a must for me. I need that. I need that to be so harmonious with me. It's got to be that way. So when I hear you say that, I'm just like, man, I'm there with you 100%. You want it to be that certain way to move those people and the sonics of it and all those, man, amazing, man. Just once again, I don't want to just lose my mind and big you up just beyond, but believe me, my brother, there's so much more that I could say. I'm just very, very thankful and grateful for this moment. This isn't a moment. We are the moment right now, and we're here, and it just feels good to me. So let's talk about 361 Degrees Records.
Yes.
Why did you decide to go independent, and what is the biggest difference of being signed to a label and being independent, being an independent band on your own label?
It's not too far off of what it was on a major label. Less people and a bigger invoice is basically all team, and it cost me more.
Yeah.
But the payouts better, and our ability to see ideas through all the way to the end without too much red tape or jumping through too much convincing. We feel like we understand our business and we understand our fans well enough that we can make pretty valid decisions and smart decisions with our business to keep it doing what it's doing.
Amen. Awesome. Once again, I'm listening very clearly, very closely. Indeed. So you just released another amazing single, Underdog, with an incredible video that I feel complements the energy and message of the song beautifully. So who or what was the inspiration for this song?
Really the last 20 plus years. It's really, we hear we're the most underrated rock band of our genre.
Right.
Or, that people can't believe that we've lasted this long. It's all the stuff that old people hear that they never want to hear about themselves. Like, hey, you look great for 50. That's where, the song is a little bit of a nod to the gratitude of being okay with being the underdog for so long. We still have so much to be proud of, and still so much to look forward to. It's okay to wave this flag, and we're stoked about it.
Indeed, man. Just great job. Once again, great song, great video. You guys always have great videos, man. Just showing that love, especially to all the fans out there. When you're doing those more live type joints. And it's like, man, that energy, and I'm just looking out there. And then, of course, your hair, it's so long, man. How long have you been growing your hair, man? It's so long. And so, you see the picture over here. And then your hair just in the air. I had to take that picture and put it there because I was just like, that's amazing to me. It's a great shot. How long have you been?
Since 97. I've cut it a couple times shorter, but not It's still the same ones that I've had for years. I cut off all the ones off the side.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, but yeah, it's just is what it is.
Y'all know you use it well. You know what I'm saying? You use it.
Hair.
So after all these years, what is it about music that still screams your name?
Hearing new voices and musicians that are challenging the traditional formula. Bands that are coming up and really doing something different. It's exciting to watch some of these newer bands really changing the scope of things. Like bands like Dayseeker. I'm a huge Anthony Green fan. Circus Survive, Seosin. The really bright, high range voices really get my goat. But then you have people that are changing up the formula of songs, like Falling in Reverse right now. I got to check them out at Welcome to Rockville, and I was fucking blown away by just the theatrical infrastructure of those songs that and the voice in that. Ronnie's a force, man. I know the guy gets a lot of fucking hate, but holy shit, that's a show, man. Max on guitar, their drummer, everybody in that band are phenomenal players, and they deserve every bit of success that they're getting right now.
Awesome. So, what is better to you, producing or performing?
Man, I really like making music. I mean, that hour on stage, don't get me wrong, it's a great ego massage to get.
I like that.
The pat on the back. Hey, you did a great job. Thanks for sweating and losing your voice for me tonight. But it's something about reaching up into the ether and pulling something down, making some of this happen, going like this, and somebody going, "Oh, that's fucking awesome."
Yeah.
I love writing music. I really do. I love writing music.
Awesome. What other genre of music would your fans be surprised you listen to?
Probably yacht rock.
Yacht rock.
Yeah, yacht rock stays steady on my Apple radio playlist. I grew up on classic rock, so a lot of those amazing love songs and those good time feeling song, Doobie Brothers.
Oh my God.
Shit like that you hear. I'm a massive yacht rock fan. So get yourself up.
You know what? I guess I'm there with you, brother. Because I love all those. When you speak about all those things, I'm just thinking about my youth, man, and all the stuff that I listen to.
Some yacht rock, you'll have a good afternoon.
Man, I love it all, my brother. He said the Doobie Brothers, man.
Long drives, your laundry, doing the dishes. Throw on some yacht rock, be good.
Hey, you don't know how much like my wife and my kids. Sometimes when we get together and they're in the vehicle with me, they're like, "Oh man, he's driving, so he has control of what he's gonna play." And man, they just look at me like, "This dude, right?" I'm just like, this stuff makes me feel good. I was like, music is a time machine. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Well, back in the long ago. Oh, indeed.
Hey, my brother, I love it. I love you, man. That's it. Listen, that's awesome. You don't know how awesome that is. That's way beyond awesome. So, what is the key in your professional opinion of being a great frontman?
Knowing what
I'm sorry.
knowing what you are. I think as long as you try to just do you, you'll be okay. Not everybody's gonna do what other people do as well as they. There's Maynard is an amazing front man.
Mm-hmm.
But but he barely talks to the crowd.
Right.
He's a completely different front man that he is with Perfect Circle.
Yes.
And he's a completely different person when he's off stage. And the same thing for, David Draymond versus me. It's like everyone has their thing.
Yes.
And as long as you can be genuine, I think that's what will make you great.
Indeed. That is a great answer, and I appreciate that, because I know when I came into Stuck Mojo, of course, I'm filling in for Bones. I always say filling in. I was never, taking his place, because I could never do that, because Bones is my brother. But filling in for him, I just know I just had to be me. I just knew I couldn't be him, and so people was just like, when we see you on stage, you're super scary when you're on stage, the way you look at us or whatever. I'm just into the music of what Stuck Mojo music was. But then when we get off and we're at the merch booth and I'm, talking with the fans and everything, they're just like, man, you about the biggest, nicest teddy bear or whatever like that. I'm just like, well, I'm on stage entertaining, and that's what I'm doing. But this is me away from that. And
that's what it's about. You're taking them on a little, roller coaster ride.
Yes, indeed. So once again, and I feel that you have that same thing of what you're doing, man, because you guys, the energy that you guys have, you can tell that you guys are enjoying what you're doing. That's so important. So if you look like you're enjoying it or you are enjoying it, the crowd's going to enjoy it also. The fans are going to be there. Once again, they become a part of your moment. Everybody is there together. They're not in the moment. No, they're a part of what's going on right then and there. So a lot of times I always say, like, no, I'm not in the moment. I am the moment, and they are enjoying my moment with me. So they become a part of that. So indeed. Yeah, man. So what does success look like to you?
It's, I mean, I would, take a look. Take a look, man. I can't say, there's really no formula, man. Some hard work, some the detail, and some commitment, and that's success.
Yes. Great answer, my brother. Great answer. So we're getting close to this. We're getting close to the end. Now, I always tell people, once we get into conversations that I'm enjoying beyond anything, I don't ever want them to end, because, I can run my mouth, but I like to listen too. But I'm just, once again, thankful and grateful that you took some of your precious and priceless time to spend with me. That means more to me than you would ever understand. And I'm just really, once again, thankful and grateful. So what can we expect from Nonpoint for the remainder of 2024? So I know festivals, the Kicking and Screaming tour with Black, Stone Cherry, UK tour with Soilhead P and Union Underground. So what can we expect from you guys?
We're going to be dropping stuff all over the socials, because we're going to be going into, writing and recording mode to finish out the full length. Mm-hmm. Whether this year or early next year, people can expect some more music from us. We just finished up a ridiculous track. We're going to have a bunch of guest vocals on this next album. We've been holding off the favors for a long time to call in those favors. And I feel like this record's going to be
awesome. So now this question right here. I do want you to get on your soapbox, and I want you to feel yourself. And I want you, I always ask this question to everybody, but I want the real, and I know you're going to give me the real. But anyway, trying to build it up and lead the witness or whatever. But, what makes Nonpoint a must watch and listen?
I think you're not going to get anything else like us if you're digging through all of your other music. I think when it comes to our show, I think when it comes to our style, I think we kind of just do our own thing, and I think that's what survived us. So if you want to see something that is unique and unforgettable, I would say, as I'm up on my soapbox trying to sell us, I think you won't be disappointed.
Indeed. Great. I love it. Listen, we could all be humble or whatever like that, but you know what you do. You know what you bring to the table. You know what your music is. You know what you've received from the crowd. You know what you give and what's been reciprocated. So, hey, man, that's love. So the last question, as always, is what was the last song you listened to?
Last song I listened to was actually a what was it? Hang on. Last song I listened to was, oh man. Can I look?
Yes, of course.
Can I gotta look? Now I gotta look. Now you're making me wonder. Hang on. Play it. Hang on. Go to the library. Hang on. Dark screen, folks. But I'll keep it funny. I'll keep it funny. Okay. Oh, it was "Blood for Mercy" by Yellow Claw. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of EDM lately, so that's you'd probably be surprised that I listened.
No, I'm not. Elias, let me tell you something. You don't know how we are paralleled in so many things. I've made EDM music. Quick story with Stuck Mojo. We were in Amsterdam at the Paradiso with Ectomorph. We did a show. After the show, because it was packed out. After the show, everybody left, and then the EDM crowd came in. And so me and the drummer LSU, we kind of hung out and, went up there with the DJ. And then I was just like, we come from a certain thing back in those 80s. And, I'm older than you, but, those 80s and stuff of dance music and those kind of things like that, like Nucleus and all of that
Indeed.
stuff like that was so great. So when I'm listening to this EDM music, I said, when I get back home, I've got to make some of this. So I created my Lords of House. I tried to get some DJs to do things, but you know how that goes. But I know I've created that music, and I still create that music on the low. I've got so many songs like that. Once again, so anyway, that's a great thing. So no, it's not surprising to me. I get it from everything that we've talked about. I get it. I get you. I hear it. You on that next level, my brother. We have put you top shelf for real. No doubt about it. But yes, so hey, it was a great time, no doubt. Great conversation. Thank you very much again. And so the floor is yours. Just let these people know where they can, peep you guys out, check you out, hit you social media and do all those kind of things, that we do.
No problem. Go to Nonpoint Band on IG. It's Nonpoint Official on Facebook. You just hit Nonpoint on TikTok. We're across all the socials. Catch us on the Kicking and Screaming tour with Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah.
It's coming by August. We're going overseas with Soil. We're going to be headed down into the South Pacific. So keep an eye out, and we'll see you soon with new music.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, once again, thank you.
Live, by the way. Underdog is live.
Say that again?
Underdog is live.
Yeah. Underdog is there, man. Is there anything you want to say about Underdog? Once again, great video, great.
Yes, indeed. Check out our new video and new song, Underdog. It's a love letter to the last 20 plus years of being enough.
Awesome, man. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to love it. They don't put out anything whack or weak, man. It's all strong and powerful and meaningful. That's what Nonpoint does. And Elias is that guy, no doubt about it, man. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know who it is. It's the big guy with the big show, the Lord
Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson, that is. From the podcast Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS Network with Five Royals Entertainment. And with this handsome young man, this unbelievable front man, this extraordinary front man for Nonpoint, Mr. Elias Soriano. Yes, indeed.
Thanks, man.
No, man, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
You made me part of your study, then wonder why I'm so bloody, why I'm so slutty, why I'm so broken and doing all the unspoken, doing this for the money, doing that 'cause it's fun, being in for the token, and I don't like I'm becoming what I hate and been running from ever since I was little. Everything was so simple when I didn't see wrinkles and everything was so sunny. Made me part of your study, then wonder why I'm so bloody. when I was laughing and saying that I was doing this shit. Down with the playing, you said I wouldn't be missed. Well, I'm feeling the same, and when I blow you a kiss, know that I won't be staying. I wasn't playing when I was laughing and saying that I was doing this shit. Down with the playing, you said I wouldn't be missed. Well, I'm feeling the same, and when I blow you a kiss, know that I won't be staying. You got the questions, what are the answers? You make me body and study, then wonder why I'm so bloody. I ain't afraid of the fox, that ain't nothing at all. See, I've been there, done that. Tell them, then run back. Nothing to lose, fearless, but telling illness. Scars study 100%, pure-blooded until dawn. So you ain't making nobody scared. Evil and dark stacked against all the prospects. Right in the field of view, better see where he moves. You got the questions, what are the answers? You made me body and study, the wonder why I'm so bloody. Oh, you got the questions, what are the answers? You made me body and study, the wonder why I'm so bloody. It's comeback season. Yeah, I don't need no reason. I said it's comeback season. Yeah, I don't need no reason. Come back, angry cause I've done that. Crying as you look back. That's a lot to unpack. Even those against me, even if they hate me, even when they stack it all and bet it all against me. It's comeback season. You got the questions. What are the answers? You make me body and study, the wonder why I'm so bloody. It's comeback season. You got the questions. What are the answers? You make me body and study, the wonder why I'm so bloody. It's comeback season. It's comeback season. Don't need no reason. It's comeback season. Don't need no reason. It's comeback season. Don't need no reason. It's comeback season. Don't need no reason.
I am the Lord. Nelson, that is. Quite shocking.